It's called The Bear. I think I know it. God knows, anybody who doesn't know it, after reading it all the times I've read it, is very stupid indeed. In late winter, I sometimes glimpse bits of steam coming up from some fault in the old snow, and bend close and see it is lung-colored.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lena, and I make college and book-related content videos here on my channel, and today it will be another college day in my life. So today is June 15th. It is a Tuesday and it is a little bit after 10. I already finished one of my classes for this morning, which was eco poetry. At 10:35, I have my women's health and aging class, so I have to go to that next very soon. But this morning, as you saw, I did a little bit of reading for eco poetry, and then I went and verified my vaccination card for COVID-19, which is so wonderful to be able to finally verify that. It just cuts down on the amount of times and frequency that I need to be tested, which is so wonderful, so great, and will really be a time saver in the end, and obviously love being vaccinated. Today I have a million and one things to do today because yesterday was really stressful. I had a lot of meetings and not as much time to get homework done, so I have quite a bit of homework due. I have an eco poetry final essay. Well, I have an eco poetry midterm essay due on Friday, and it's pretty sizable and I haven't started yet, so I need to do that. And I also have a mini essay due for my British literature class due tomorrow, so I have to do that as well. That's actually the priority just because it is due tomorrow, but I have other things. I need to actually write maybe an outline for the eco poetry essay or something like that because it's kind of a mess. That's the news for that. I feel like I'm always filming on gloomy days. It's really cloudy, and it's been raining on and off, and yeah, I have to head off to class soon, so I will show you my outfit and then we'll be going. So this is the iconic outfit of the day. I'm basically wearing this burnt red, faded red student life team shirt. It's not technically a CA shirt, it's like a CA and orientation leader team shirt. And then I'm just wearing some jean shorts, and I'll be putting on sneakers just because it's raining and I don't want to ruin my Birkenstocks. And then, I'm sporting the latest fashion trend, which is a bruise. Yeah, it's a pretty sizable, fancy bruise. I also have some bruising on this shin as well that's quite faded now. I went home over the weekend and, yeah, I got hurt. I basically fell and tripped in our yard, and apparently I bruise easily now. It's not really the cutest outfit, but I firmly believe in wearing what I feel called to wear, and when I woke up this morning, I wanted to wear this t-shirt. I don't know why. It's not really amazing or anything like that. I just felt like that's what I needed to wear today, and so I listened to myself, and that's what I'm wearing. Okay, it's time to go to class. It just started raining in time for my walk, so got the raincoat on now, but I am ready to head out, and I will check in with you after class. Back from class. It is a little bit after noon now. It's pouring, so that's great. I was able to escape the downpour though on my way back from class, which was really good. It started raining shortly after I got back into my room, But I basically just made a plan for the rest of my afternoon and kind of the things that I need to get done. I don't really have any requirements or meetings or random little CA duties for the rest of the day, so that's good. I just have a lot of homework, so I'm just going to show you what else I have to do today. And then, you know, I was hoping that it would stop raining at some point this afternoon and maybe I could go outside, or maybe I could go drive somewhere and read my book, because I really just also need a little bit of time to relax and chill. The lighting is so whack in my room. Like right now I'm standing in front of the window and it's okay, but like if I go over to my desk it gets really bad really quick. So let's just see what else I have to do this afternoon and then get started on some homework. If you've ever watched any of my videos before, you know I make these pretty hectic, ugly to-do lists with no aesthetic whatsoever, but they work for me. So I made mine for today, and basically right now I'm going to do my reading for Brit Lit and then prep my contextual analysis work. I haven't planned the last few hours of today because I want to see what I'm able to get done, but basically right now in Brit Lit we're reading A Christmas Carol. Love that for me. You know, the more I read Dickens, the more I get annoyed with him, so that's great. But I have to read this and then I'll work on what I'm going to go with a thesis for my contextual analysis for a little bit. I'll do that for probably an hour, but first I need to make a cup of tea to motivate me and get my work done. Oh, it's really loud outside. I don't know if you can hear that stuff, but I finished reading A Christmas Carol. This is not my first time reading it. I've read it before for my high school English classes. Honestly, not the biggest fan of Dickens. I hated Great Expectations, but this is fine novella. I have to write a paper on it, as I mentioned before, so I took some notes about ideas that I might discuss as to how this relates to the Victorian era, because we are doing the Victorian era currently in Brit Lit. Next up we have modernism, which I think starts on Friday, but I could be wrong. But I'm gonna take a break from this because I have my eco-poetry midterm paper that is due on Friday, and it is a genre studies paper, so it is all about the genre of what is eco-poetry, what makes eco poems versus non-eco poems. So there's all of that, and it needs to be about 8 pages and have historical narrative, close readings, definitions, classification. But I think that I'm going to take some time to put together my thoughts a little bit more clearly, because I'm a little stressed about that because I haven't really even started to think about it, if I'm going to be honest. So I think I just want to collect my thoughts on that a little bit, so I think I'm going to work on that. And then I'll have time to work on this later this afternoon at some point. It is so loud. I don't know. Oh my god. I'm going to say goodbye to Christmas Carol, pull out my eco-poetry anthology, this hefty boy, and also look at some of the critical articles and essays that we've been reading, and hope that inspiration strikes and that whatever they're doing outside, I don't even know. Oh, the people cutting down the trees outside, let me have my peace and quiet. I finished up with my eco poetry notes. I didn't actually finish, but I got as much done as I'm going to at the moment. I think it's still raining off and on, so I think I'm just gonna stay inside and read a book. I have 2 books to choose from. One of them I'm currently reading and one of them is my next up, so I'll show you those. So this is my currently reading or want to read little tray that I have on my chest. So I'm currently reading Indiana. This is by George Sand, who's a female author in the 19th century in France. I am loving this book. It's written completely in French, so it's taking me a little longer to read it, but I've been reading about a week or so and I'm loving it so much. Like, I'm obsessed and I did not expect to be loving it. And then the book that I haven't started but is up next for me is On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. I've wanted to read something by Ocean Vuong for a long time, and this finally came back to our library, so I think I might start this right now and then maybe do like 10 or 15 minutes of Indiana, but focus on this for like 20 or 30 minutes. So I think I'm going to take a break to read, and then I will go back and start working more on my contextual analysis, which, as I have said a million times, is due tomorrow. I just made myself a cup of tea. As you saw, it is 5:45. A lot of time has passed. I read, I continued to work on some of my tasks for today, and then I took another quick mini break, and now I made my tea and I'm back to work. I'll probably order supper in like 45 minutes or so I have time to do some more Christmas carol work. In other news, we just got the notification that the mask policy on campus has changed, so that's really exciting. Today was definitely kind of a boring vlog. It was a gloomy day, couldn't really do much because it was raining, and I just had a lot of work to do. I didn't have any fun or exciting things to do except work, so it was definitely a busy day for me on that end. I'm hoping my next video will actually be a dorm tour. Fingers crossed that actually works out. I just have to fix a few things in my room. But just because of where the night's headed, nothing else is really going to change. I'll have supper, come back here, and just continue to do my work. So that being said, this is the end of today's vlog. If you have any questions about college, St. Lawrence, books, book recommendations, video recommendations, you name it, put it down in the comments below. I would love to answer. But for now, I'm going to get back to work, and I will see you all next week.